Mixed Feelings is a shameful program containing foul language, tasteless humor, and unpopular opinions that should be taken with a grain of salt. In other words, please calm down and don't take this show too seriously. These bitches really aren't that important, so getting all worked up over their stupid asses is probably a waste of time. This podcast is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Couple of mixed up girls in a mixed up world, and if they weren't both nuts they'd lose their minds. It's such a crazy ordeal having these mixed feelings.
And welcome to episode 23 of Mixed Feelings Podcast. I'm Mandy.
I'm Cassie. Hey guys, what's going on? Nice to see you. And this would be our 5th YouTube episode.
Fifth.
Or 4th.
I think it's we definitely had.
We had 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So it's.
Did we really just have to count from 19 to
I
23
did.
on our hands?
Yeah.
I don't have enough fingers and toes to go up that high.
But yeah, so this is our 5th YouTube episode. You know what? Okay.
There's a curse going on today.
Shit's fucking weird. Everything has been weird since we just woke up this morning. Everything's been wrong and fucked up. I spilled my drink 12 times.
And it has a lid on it is even the worst part of it.
So just a little bit keeps spilling out. It's not even the whole drink. And
earlier we were doing our interview for We Got 5, and we knocked everything on the we just had said, okay, we're all ready to go, and then immediately we knocked everything on the table over and had to have like a 10-minute delay. We can't get right today.
But it's funny too because after we had the interview, we were like, we're fucking hungry. Let's go eat some tacos. So we went to Moe's because they were talking about the drink thing.
We were doing
machine.
top 5 soda machines, and we were talking about the Coke Freestyle that they have.
And we were like, we got to get some of that. So we get there, or we're on our way, and we saw all of the most fucked up people that have ever existed on the planet.
I can't take it.
In my neighborhood, there was this fat dude who was just digging holes.
Yeah, random holes all over his front yard. And he had like a really nice grass, so he was ripping up all this nice grass.
Like he wasn't even digging in any place that made any fucking sense. Like he was gonna plant something. It was like he was putting landmines in the front yard or something.
And then there was the lady on her roof blowing off the leaves with an electric leaf blower on top of the roof. Like she climbed a ladder up there.
She was just standing there, and then some other guy was on his roof with a big old pole cutting off branches.
Yeah, he had a pole saw.
The thing is, he was just on the roof, and it's like, what are you doing? What the fuck? This is not safe. Nothing that anyone was doing was safe. It was really bizarre. And
then when we came back, when we were coming back, the guy who was digging all the weird holes, then he had his wife out there, and they were both laid out in the front yard chugging sodas.
Yeah, they were just chugging them. And
I feel like you would need water to quench yourself.
I know. And then there was the homeless guy in the wheelchair.
That was the most awkward. Like
He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
When people do stuff like that, it's like, I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at how fucking awkward the situation is.
He was in a wheelchair. He had one leg, and he's like maybe in his 30s. He was a younger dude. He wasn't like an old. He may have been a veteran, but he had one leg.
He was on the corner, and he had wheeled far enough away from the corner where he needed to get back.
But he was just going backwards really fast.
But he just like pushed off really hard and kicked his one leg up. And I was like, oh, why do I have to see this right now?
But he's holding his cardboard sign while he's doing it. So it's like, how are you steering? You don't even know where
He threw it in reverse and didn't even look behind
he just
him.
Said, Jesus, take the wheel, and just started kicking.
Listen, I feel like if you wouldn't do it in a car, you shouldn't do it. Don't try to execute maneuvers in a wheelchair that you wouldn't feel comfortable doing in a car.
Yeah, it wasn't that he didn't have a leg or that he was disabled.
He was like,
weird. It was just like he
was
propelled
around
himself.
the whole situation.
He propelled himself backwards at top speed with his only foot that he had left.
It was weird.
I guess whenever.
And then right behind him, like in the same frame, was the guy selling mattresses next door. So he was dressed up like Uncle Sam and had this sign, and he was being all goofy right behind the guy with no leg. I'm like, am I the only one that sees this right now?
No, that was the most bizarre trip ever. And then the lesbians cut you off from all the way on the other
they
side
looked
of the
like
road.
softball dykes.
Guys,
I don't know what's
understand.
happening.
I mean, this was a trip.
It's 1:00 on a Sunday afternoon. Like, it's not late enough in the day for shit to be hitting the fan.
We weren't ready. We hadn't even eaten it. No, we had eaten at that point. We were on our way back from having food. But, I mean, it's too early for these shenanigans to be taking place. It's fucking with us. So here we are.
We made it back to the home base, the podcast cave.
We made it. So that kind of was a recent happening, but I guess we'll go into our actual recent happenings. Wait, first let's give some shout outs, just general shout outs and some news updates. You want to start off, Mandy?
Yeah, okay, so this is exciting for us. We haven't really had a logo since our first episode.
Yeah, I mean, we technically have one up in the corner of the YouTube screen.
Well, yeah, but something that we were using as promotion.
But that's just something I made with Squarespace. Like, it's just a temporary placeholder. Yeah. I didn't want to keep this, really.
The last personalized thing we had was when your daughter used her Adobe and made us those cartoons, which I absolutely loved them.
Those were so
and that
cute.
was for the first episode. But we got in touch with our new friend Omar. He messaged us on Instagram because he was listening to the podcast, and we found out he's a graphic designer, so he hooked it up with the logos. He made us the most awesome logos.
They're so cool. Future Cassie, put these shits up here. Just put them up for everyone to see. Display.
Yeah, I mean, they'll speak for themselves when you see them on screen.
This side. Display them.
Wherever she decides to edit them in, they'll be there somewhere for you to see.
I was pointing to, like, off the screen.
Vanna Whiting?
That way, so I would, like, just thrown them off the thing.
Oh. Well...
Wouldn't have displayed very well there.
Omar's our dog, and he really hooked it up on the logo. So he said all he wanted was us to just spread the word of his work. So we were going to shout out his Instagram and Twitter, which his Instagram is the numbers 1984.dangerously.close. And his Twitter is the same with no dots. So it's just straight 1984 dangerously close. So yeah, shout out to Omar. Check out his work. Mm-hmm. We're really happy with the work he did for us. So hopefully within the next couple of months, we can start doing some branding, like maybe a t-shirt or something, like in a swag bag or whatever. Stickers, but we have cool logos to put on things now, so we can start thinking about that.
Yeah, we have a lot of plans, stuff that we want to start doing very soon.
And stickers.
Everything's starting to fall into place to do it. So we're making headway. Also, we have our first sponsor. What the fuck?
I know.
Pay me, bitch.
No, he already paid. He's the good kind of sponsor.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's one of our listeners, and he just happens to be the owner of a pressure washing company here in Florida. And we get a lot of Florida listeners. A big majority of you guys are from Florida. You're our home dogs. So if you are
this service would make sense to you guys.
Yeah, if you're in the Lakeland or Tampa or just surrounding Polk areas, you need to basically check this motherfucker out because he is our homie. So if you own a home, then you know the struggles of Florida humidity and that mold grows on fucking everything.
Everything.
I didn't know
everything that doesn't move, and then some things that are like turtles.
I didn't know this was even a thing until I got down here, and I'm like, what? Why are all the houses dirty? And someone's like, it's mold. It just grows, and I'm like, it just grows like that on everything all the time. But
yeah, pressure washing is something that you need to do on a kind of regular basis to keep your stuff looking nice down here.
I didn't know that was a thing, but it fucking is. And if you have a home, you know about it if you're in Florida. This guy will come out. He'll give you a free estimate. If you go on his website, it gives some really, really good pictures of work that he's done before. But the company is Fullwood's Pressure Cleaning Service. And you can basically just have him come and wash your shit, and you can sit in a lawn chair and chug beers or drink out of a coconut while he does all the work. And you can be like, wash my house faster, motherfucker. And just sit back.
But don't cuss at him because he's really nice.
No, he's really nice. Don't do that. Don't berate him. But he is our home dog in the Mixed Feelings Mafia now, which you will hear soon. So he's decided to give all of our Mixed Feelings homies a 10% discount. If you mention fuck that goose, then you get 10% off your house bath. Because last episode...
Yeah, he was really taken with the goose conundrum that Cassie had.
Those geese that came after me. But you can say fuck that goose and you'll get 10% off of a service that he'll provide for you. I don't know what to call... He has several different services. He'll clean like your concrete or your house or fences, it looked like. So just depending on what you need, he's the man for it. Future Cassie's going to go ahead and put all the info up on the screen for you. If you don't own a home, but your mom or grandma or someone, you want to get them 10% off and they live in the area, refer them. And you can give them an alternative promo code of just Mixed Feelings so that you don't have to have your grandma say, fuck that goose. But it might be funny if you do. It would still be hilarious.
Well, a lot of grandparents are cheap, so they'll be like, I'll say anything for a discount.
I'll say it for 10% off.
Do you have early bird?
So future Cassie's going to put this contact info on the screen for you. It is Fullwood's Pressure Cleaning Service in Lakeland, Florida. You can call them at 863-272-9388, or you can go to their website, www.fullwoodpcs.com. Also, go ahead and check him out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. He has pictures of the work that he does on there. You can follow him on Twitter at FullwoodPCS. Instagram is at Fullwood Pressure Cleaning Service with no S after Fullwood. And then Facebook is Fullwood Pressure Cleaning Service with an S, Fullwoods. So that's the only difference, is Instagram has no S and Facebook has an S. And he offers low pressure exterior cleaning and zero pressure roof cleaning in the Polk and surrounding areas. So, and without further ado, oh wait, no, there is further ado.
We're done with all that ado. No, wait, there's more ado.
There's more ado. Much ado about nothing. We do have, I did want to let you all know that updates are still in process for the website. It's kind of, it's not something I can do overnight, but they're happening. I'm going to make a Mixed Feelings Mafia page. It's almost done. And on that page, there'll basically be a running list of all of our Mafia homies in the chapters. And then there's going to be a form that you can fill out to request to be in the Mafia. And we have tons of requests that have been coming in from a lot of different places. So we're about to have like a Mixed Feelings Mafia barrage here in a minute. But again, if you're interested in joining, until the webpage is up for you to fill out the form, try to use the email info@mixedfeelingspodcast.com, because I'll acknowledge it in Instagram and stuff and try to remember it, but when they're all in different places, it's easy for me to forget. So email it. Pretty please. Let's see, what other updates do we have? Ooh, we have a surprise special show coming up. But we can't tell you about it yet because it's a secret.
It's a surprise.
But it's going to be cool. I promise.
Am I allowed to drink a Moe's cup on YouTube?
I don't see why not. Turn it around. Well,
it'll be, remember on MTV they would like blur out logos on people's clothes, like,
I'm so fucking stupid. I think it's just because they didn't want to advertise for free for them. It's like, well, you're not paying us, so we're not going to put this on here.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily that they weren't allowed to, so much as they were just like, well, fuck you ain't giving me no money, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I remember if anyone would wear anything name brand in like their music video, MTV would blur it out. And
we had a really strict dress code that went on for a little while at it just went on in general in our high school in Kentucky. And if you wore anything with a logo on it, they would have duct tape that they would put over your shirt. Like if you had a Nike check on your polo shirt, they would come put a little piece of duct tape on it. They were fucking hard up. They weren't playing.
Okay, we got way off topic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so recent happenings. Now we get to go into recent happenings. Those are our shout outs. Mandy, you go ahead and go because I just said a whole bunch of shit.
So recently, what?
We're going to have to like put a little picture or something up. We had to like dip out for a second because my kid just like totally walked in the room.
I know. We all just were like,
yeah, we're like.
Okay, so anyways, recent happenings.
Yeah.
My friend had her baby shower yesterday for her first son. So
that
was whenever it's someone's first baby, it's always really exciting because everybody's all, So we had a really good time doing that yesterday. I changed my hair to periwinkle this time.
Mm-hmm.
What else? We had some
that cake was good as fuck, man.
Oh yeah, that cake was really good.
There were some good, tasty foods.
Okay, so these are two things that have recently happened to me and made my wheels start turning. I am absolutely convinced that Walmart does want their customers to fist fight in the store. They set us up. They know that people who shop there are usually a little bit crazy, so they'd be more willing to fight. And you know how whenever you're traveling, whether it's on the sidewalk, in your car, whatever, we keep to the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Always stay to the right and people won't be in your way. Walmart has their doors on backwards. They have the entrance on the left and the exit on the right. So the people who actually read the signs will go in one way, and the people who use their common sense to stay to the right will go in the exit. And I saw almost a fight happen because of that. Around Christmas time, somebody was returning something, and it was this huge thing in their cart, and it almost knocked a lady in the head. And she was like, they were going back and forth and yelling at each other, and the lady was like, well, if you would learn to go out the right door, this is the entrance. And then the lady was like, what? And she was yelling at her, and she looked at her and she was like, well, and then this is what she said when she realized that she was wrong. She said, well, you have no couth at all. It was the weirdest thing. So Walmart is setting us up.
I know. That is weird the way that they
Why
have
would
it.
they do that?
I don't know.
Except because they want to pit people against each other.
I don't know. I usually park on like the side of Walmart because for some reason no one thinks to park there, and it's just the easiest place to park. So I don't run into that problem as often because I'll go through that little side door with all the carts. But like
Cassie goes in the cart return to avoid traffic.
I climb underneath of all the shopping carts.
And the other thing that happened was last weekend was Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. So
I didn't get shit for Mother's Day.
Well, it's been...
That's not true. Stevie got me like these little flower seeds.
This is like the first real beach day I've had of the year. And at the beginning of every summer, I'm always reminded of the worst tattoos. And like, just... When there's that many people in bikinis, you're bound to see stuff you don't want to see.
Oh my God.
Like, so, I don't know. That was just... I always forget what bad tattoos people have.
I see a lot of Tweety birds. Like, lots and lots and lots of Tweety birds. I'm like, everyone really fucking likes Tweety
We can
birds.
talk about that later because that's one of our things we want to talk about. But yeah, so I just... Walmart's trying to get us to fight, and the beach is covered by unsightly things.
Unsightly sea urchins. Okay. Y'all know about my cat, Jake.
Fatty.
Is out of control. Like, and today was another example of it. Okay, so he's fat. He is obese. Like, for sure obese. And I have him on like, and it's not because I overfeed him so much as he will just go and eat everything. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He will eat people food. He will like swipe at my dog and take his food from him. And I don't know how to stop it. I don't know. I got him appetite control food from Petco, and it does not work, clearly. But the other day, me and Justin went out to lunch, and we came home. He had climbed up on the cabinet, opened up the cabinet, and got one of those packages of like the Lipton's chicken flavored noodles out and ripped it to shreds and ate all of the dried up noodles and flavor off of it. Like,
that
he ate the whole thing.
Yeah, what you said the other day, that would be like a human opening up a ramen noodles packet, putting the seasoning on it, and then eating it hard off the countertop. Like,
just
what are you
ripping it to shreds with your teeth in the floor? Like, what the fuck?
And I mean, like, to a cat, I feel like that wouldn't even taste good.
He eats Pop-Tarts. Like, in the morning, I'll get Stevie's breakfast ready, and sometimes if she walks away and leaves the Pop-Tart for a second, he will get up there and eat every ounce of it. Like,
Which
every
is
bit
weird
of it
because
that he can.
Cats don't usually like sweet stuff. They usually go for meat and fish.
No, he likes it. And then just now, when we were recording our interview, we came out, and he had gotten into the cat.
Yeah, and he bit through the cereal bag.
He pulled this. I have like one of those big Ziploc type of bags of the Fruity Pebbles, and he took the whole thing out of the cabinet. It's like 5 pounds. It's not a small bag. It's like a sack of potatoes, and he ripped it to pieces. And Stevie's in there like duct taping the bag together.
Like, and you know what the sad thing was she was doing it like it was like, Jake's at it again. Like she wasn't even fazed by it. And I was like, child, this isn't normal.
No, I don't know what to
You
do.
should show a picture of the bag. Like,
do you want me to go
edit
get
that
it?
in?
I can. Okay, future Cassie, edit the bag.
because it looks like it's been in a battle. Because it has like, it looks like something shot it in the ribs. So it's like missing.
I don't know what to do. Someone help. Like, he's crazy. He's a crazy person. I am certain that if I just left the food out, he would eat all of it. If I left his food out, he would eat every last
I'm
bit.
sure. I've seen him go before.
He'd eat until he puked, and then he'd eat
When
his
we had
puke.
Friendsgiving, we had to like lock him away. He would have ate the turkey
He would have climbed inside of it.
and just ate his way out. Ew.
Oh.
Okay, I guess that brings us to our
Our-
mixed feelings
our-
mixed feelings mafia beat-ins.
So we have a lot of mafia beat-ins this week. It's so cool that so many of you guys want to be a part of it. Future Cassie is going to put everyone's name and contact info up as we say the names, and you guys will forever be on our ticker down here with your respected state. So let's get it started. I'll start off with, excuse me. We have Dom Dumas. I think I'm saying his name right. It might be Dumas. I might just be fucking it up altogether, but we're changing your name, so it doesn't matter. He has a podcast, Dom Dumayas in Bangkok. He's in Thailand. He's from, I believe, Minnesota. I had chatted with him a little bit. He's really cool, former hockey player. When he was a kid, he played in the stadium that they did the Mighty Ducks movie in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he is into, I believe, jiu-jitsu or maybe karate. He's training with someone in Thailand, and he's a school teacher over there, and he has a podcast, and it's really good. You should definitely check it out at www.domdumayas.com, or you can search for him on iTunes, Dom Dumayas in Bangkok. I was able to find him on Android applications as well. So he's going to be adding a new chapter to the Mafia, the Thailand Bangkok Cockbangers. Of course I had to. There are underground ring of cockfighters. And depending on what part of town you're in, that may or may not include chickens. And we have Dom Knucklepuck DeLuise. That's his name. Because I've never known anyone else named Dom, so it has to be DeLuise, since these are all like a spin on Italian names. He's going to be running the cockfights for us, and he carries a hockey stick on his back, much like Casey Jones, and he will literally beat your fucking ass to the motherfucking ground if you dare to even try to pull one over on him. So don't do
motherfucking ass to the motherfucking ground.
He's been known to take people out at a distance via knuckle puck, exploding the target's head on impact, so don't ever try to cheat a Bangkok cockbanger. It'll be the last thing you ever do.
I can't.
Do you want to give the next one?
Yeah. Okay, so then we also have 2 chapters, same group of people. We have the Oregon Trailers, a caravan of Twinkie trailers that travel Oregon looking for a perfect remote spot to stop and settle. Once they do, they'll set up a farm and grow our own strain of pot. Yeah. The Oreo Cream Kush, the only strain in existence strong enough to actually cause an overdose. Fuck yeah.
And this is our guys from our interview earlier, Peter and Devin from Hydrate Level 4. Peter has Hydrate Level 4. We've been on that show before. And then
yeah, which is
we
the
were
movie review podcast.
Yeah, and that you can find at HLF Podcast, or you can look up www.followingfilms.com, and they're featured on there. And then their other podcast, the one we were on today, is We Got 5. And on Twitter, that's at We Got 5 Pod. And you can find them at www.coretemparts.com. Sorry, I just wanted to say that so future Cassie could have a chance to put that up there.
Okay, so we got Peter... Peter the Piper McFlyzarelli, which is good for him because he likes Marty McFly. Yeah. He's the leader of the caravan, always smokes out of a Sherlock Holmes pipe, which he also uses as a boomerang and a cinch, so he'll... yeah.
And Devin, who is... he's in Florida, and we already have the Florida Enterprisers, but we made a little sub-chapter up for him because he likes... Game of Thrones. So he's going to be Devin, the Iceman Del Rico. And he's in the Jacksonville Johnny Snowflakes. And that group is responsible for stalking and plotting ways to kidnap Kit Harington for Mandy.
Because I need him. Jon Snow.
Let's see. So welcome to the group, you guys. Next we have Chris, who has 2 podcasts, and all of his people wanted to be in on the Mafia. So they added a lot of people to our chapters. There's I like saying this, the Forget That Yo podcast. Forget That Yo. FOGETDATYO podcast. That was fun to do. That was like a cheer. So on that podcast, which you can find at Forget That Yo on Twitter or www.forgetthatyo.com. And it is him with his buddy Anthony. And then he has another podcast called Off Dat Drink. He needs to stop. Cut it out, Chris. You're making me say all kinds of silly things. Off Dat Drink podcast with his friends Katie and Lionel. And you can check them out on Twitter at Off Dat Drink. So they're adding to the New York chapter. Or actually, they're creating our New York chapter. We didn't have one. You want to give that one? You want to say that one?
We got the New York Broadway bitch slappers. The city that never sleeps. It also has its fair share of assholes that need a good bitch slapping. So that's where our guys come in. You'll know a bitch slapper by the brass knuckles gauntlet they wear on their slapping hand. These guys are basically the Foot Clan and rob the fuck out of New York.
That's right. So
just robbing the fuck out of New York.
Chris is the one that's in upstate New York. And he is going to be dubbed Chris the Backhand Slappanucci. He's the inventor of the brass knuckle gauntlet, and he has a personal vendetta out against the entire cast and crew of Shark Tank because they turned his invention down on the show. So he is taking them all out slowly, one by slapping them to death.
You had that show on the mind because it was on the other day.
Let's see, who's the next
I'm
guy?
sorry, I'm trying to read on my phone, and it's like,
Oh.
I don't have a good place to put it. Sorry, I keep
That's
moving
okay.
around.
Anthony is a vagabond. He apparently doesn't have a state. And it's funny that he said this because he said Anthony travels with his company and they think he's just low-key selling drugs.
Got a business trip.
Yeah, so his name is Anthony the Ice Cream Man Gypsarelli. And he apparently has no home since he's always traveling. But that makes the perfect cover for him moving all our goods across state lines. He drives an ice cream truck with hot rod flames on the wheels. It's low-key.
I feel like he also is going to have to get the Gucci Mane ice cream cut
Yes.
burr on his face.
Burr.
So that might be a requirement too.
Let's see. And then KD and Lionel are both in Florida. So they'll be added to our Florida chapter. And Anthony, I just stuck him in New York. Just cause, since he doesn't have a home. So on the ticker, he's going to be down in the New York section, in case you're looking for yourself. And then Katie and Lionel are both in Florida. Katie is from Tampa, and then Lionel's from Orlando. So we're going to have KD, the Shark Jazinski, and Lionel Thundercat Richino. And Katie and Lionel take motherfuckers out to the Bayside Bridge and dangle them over the side until they tell us what we want to know. Also, Lionel, he has Tourette's and yells out, "Oh!" randomly. Thundercats, oh! All right, you want to give the next one?
Jake Lionheart.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Let me do this one and you do the next one because this one's weird. Jake Lionheart, he has a YouTube channel called El Cheapo Comics, and you can find him on Twitter at Jacobs_talkbox. But he messaged us and said he's mixed too. He's Mexican and white, and he's in Southern California, so he'll be added to our California chapter. But he said he wanted a Cholo name, and I was like, what's that mean?
Essay is like the only.
Yeah, I had to Google. I was like, I want to give him a good one. What the fuck? So, all right. I was looking at a lot of them, and they're all fucking crazy. And I was like, I might accidentally offend a real Cholo and get killed or something.
Don't tell him where we're at.
I know. Don't get mad. I'm just going by what Google told me. So we're gonna have Jake Han Cholo Gutierrez. He runs Vatos Chipos comic store, which is a front for our Cholo criminal activities. But he also gets us the hookup on El Pollo Loco because his SA Lil Joker works there. Have you ever had El Pollo Loco?
No, but I also feel like he needs to start helping us buy eyeliner in bulk. Because you know those Cholo women, they use it for lip liner too. So
I don't know. I put wings on pretty heavy whenever I wear it.
We need them deals.
Yep, get us some deals. This one's your favorite person.
This person is my favorite person. Okay.
It's funny because you saw the email before I did, and you said, I don't know her, but she's already my favorite person.
Okay, but I hope I say this right. Vanessa Van Alstyne.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
And her Twitter is at artistwear, ARTIS, no T at the end. Artistwear.
Vanessa, the Brazilian Cucciarelli.
Yeah.
From the Texas Titty Tweezers. She has made us a vow.
Yeah, this was her email. It was so good. I just copied and pasted her email.
Yeah, this is the vow that she made
to
us. I will keep Texas well-groomed, pro-vagina, and leave a flaming bag of poop on George W. Bush's doorstep. Type of poop may vary. Vanessa is so Vanessa is so old she may not bother. Flaming bags of poop may cause eczema, burns, nasty shoes, an annoyed mental state, and foul odors. CIA/NSA, this is a lie. The poop was not me. Our Texas titty tweezers have a unique torture method, plucking out your pubes one by one until you tell us what we want to know.
That's right. All right, Vanessa, dude.
People have nipple hairs.
Yeah, they do. You got to pull them out.
I mean, it's a thing.
It was funny because she mentioned it on Instagram, and I thought she meant titty twisters. So I asked, I was like, do you mean titty twisters or titty tweezers? Because if it's tweezers, I need some explanation. And then this was the email she sent, and I was like, all right, fair enough. You just made your own chapter, and I'm okay with it. So she's in, and that is it for right now. Once again, welcome to the Mafia, you guys. Your names are on the ticker at the bottom of the YouTube screen, and will soon be on our website once I finish making the page. I've had a lot of shit to do. Don't judge me. No, you disappeared. I was like, where'd you go?
My bra was feeling weird, and I didn't want to do that on camera. That was weird.
All right, so let's go into our first topic, and that was a little bit of what you were touching on in in your thing. Tattoos, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay, there are so many horrible tattoos out there, and I'm not judging what you wanted to get. Like, I don't care if you want to get rainbows and kitties, but if you get rainbows and kitties, make sure they're nicely done.
Yeah, get some good rainbows and kitties.
Yeah, what I like these like fucking scratcher like jailhouse tattoos. Like, why would you want that on your body? And you go to get a whole sleeve done from someone, they're like, I just started tattooing a couple weeks ago, but it's cheap. Okay,
that's
but
not
now,
something you want for cheap.
No, there's so many like bad tattoo pages and stuff on Instagram. They crack me up when someone does like a portrait or an animal or something, and they transpose the face from the tattoo onto an actual image that it came from, and it looks so jacked up. Like,
Future Cassie, pop some of those in here.
My favorite is this lion one, and the lion is roaring. It literally looks like my 6-year-old did it 4 years ago. It's horrible. So they take that off and put it on a real lion and says "rawr." It's ridiculous.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. There's one where it's like this baby.
Yes, and that's what's sad is that usually when people get portrait tattoos on them, I feel like the person's dead.
Yeah.
Not always, but a lot of the time it'll be of like a dead loved one. So it's like,
and then you have your ugly ass.
I know, and it's degrading. There was a show. I think it was called Tattoo Nightmares or something, where people go to get cover-ups that other artists don't want to do because they'd be way too complicated or whatever. And there was a guy in there, and the one of his wife. Have you seen that one? It's a wedding photo, and they did the face horribly of the bride, and they took it and put it on the real picture, and it was a meme going around online.
Oh, no.
And, that lady had died, and that was like the last picture he had of his wife. And then the guy did that horrible tattoo, and then it became a thing where everyone was making fun of it online. Like, it was really upsetting his life, so he really wanted to get it fixed and like actually be a tribute to his late wife. So they fixed it for him, but like, that shit is like fucked.
That's fucked up.
I feel like the tattoo artists that are shitty and know they're shitty, but they just want to make money off of people, I feel like they're low lives because
they're like the people that are out there that have AIDS but still keep having sex.
Yeah. Or the guy who wants to sell you the surround system that he swears is worth $2,000 for $200 at the gas station.
It's really just a box of rocks.
Like, yeah, I feel like they're scam artists because anyone who could learn how to turn the tattoo gun on could give a tattoo. Is it going to be a good tattoo or the healthy? No, but they could do it.
Is it good? Is it
Should
healthy?
you do it? No, probably not.
Is it full of vitamins and minerals?
You know what I mean.
That's tetanus.
But I feel like because we live in Florida and you see so much of people's skin all year long.
You do see a lot of everybody.
You see a lot of stuff going on.
Indeed. I think my favorite is, as far as bad tattoos go, are always the praying hands on someone's neck. And there's plenty of those down here.
Hands are really hard to draw, first of all.
The ones that are like this, but then when they're all fucked up, so they look like that. They look like they have rheumatoid arthritis.
RA awareness. I don't know. It's
rheumatoid arthritis awareness for Jesus.
I saw one in real life that was one of those tattoo nightmares. I was at the casino. This was a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And they have like drink stands all over because the main bars are usually really busy. So they'll just have like little carts that sell drinks. And we were waiting in line at one, and we were behind this lady who had on a halter top, so her whole back was open. She had a portrait tattoo of a baby. It was the ugliest baby I've ever seen. Like, it was, I couldn't stop staring at it, and I wanted to take a picture of her, but she was like real scary and like white trash crazy looking. I was like, if this lady catches me taking a picture of her, it's going to be a fight, like that type of thing. So I didn't take the picture, but it was horrible. And I was like, oh my God. First you got it and it's horrible. That's sad, but you're showing it off. Like, do you not know how bad it is?
I don't
or
think
you don't
that
care.
People always do know when it's bad. They went through hours of pain and they're like, this looks good. Or sometimes it's people that drew it themselves and they're like, I want you to put this on me exactly as it is. And they're like, all
when
right.
it comes to stuff like that, I don't know. I feel like I know when something looks horrible and when something looks decent. Not that I have the artistic skill to execute anything like that, but I can look at something and tell whether it sucks or not.
Yeah.
And especially if it's going to be on my body for most of the rest of my life until it fades or I die.
In Kentucky, there was always a thing with Old English letters. Like, I don't know if that was a thing here, but it seemed like when I was in
Nautical
high school,
stars were the thing here.
It seemed like when
Everyone got nautical
yeah,
stars
yeah.
like right here.
My ex-husband has those right here. He also has a Louisville Slugger right here. Like the Louisville Slugger symbol on his muscle. He's a listener, so I'm talking about him. But the Old English letters were like the thing all the time when I was in high
I feel
school.
like everybody
had
just
them.
got some variation of a star tattoo.
Yeah, we have stars. We got stars on your what the fuck is that? Your wedding eve with
Bachelorette party.
The bachelorette party. We all went and got stars tattooed on us.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so here's one thing I wonder about. Do tattoos in areas like where people are getting sun a lot, like, does that pose any kind of health risk at all? Like, it seems like you're cooking the ink into you. I mean, does it just make your tattoo look shitty, or can it be bad for you?
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to put
like, can it
sunscreen on and
accelerate
stuff.
your cancer risk? I know being in the
I haven't
sun in
heard
general is a cancer risk.
I haven't
but
heard anybody link anything like that to it.
I've always kind of wondered about that, because it seems like if you're already at risk for like melanoma or something, and then you have ink under your skin and that's getting cooked up under there, that has to not be good.
I don't know. I almost feel like
I mean, maybe it doesn't matter.
I
but-
would feel like maybe, especially dark colors, might protect the skin better because it's not absorbing. I feel like the UV rays might not absorb through the ink.
Maybe we should all
But
just
maybe
get
I'm
tattooed
just-
straight black.
Maybe I'm completely making shit up and like this isn't science at
Bro
all. But,
science. It's Mandy science.
but I mean, to me, it kind of makes
All
sense.
this fake ass
But you
science.
know what I was wondering? Like, when do people wake up in the morning and say, I'm pretty fucking sick looking, but the only thing that would make this better, full tribal armband. Or dragging it from head to toe on my butt. Like, there's just certain tattoos that I feel like are trendy, but I'm like, why do you like that? Just because you saw someone else with it, or do you really like that? Like,
yeah, the one thing that I don't like is when people go into a tattoo shop and pick something out that's on the wall and get that exactly. And it's like, wait, someone else has that. You just picked that out exactly from the
and
wall.
all those
Add
things
something
that they
to
have
it.
on
Mix
the
a couple
wall
of them
are like
together.
weird and like
know.
cheesy.
I get weird about that. I don't want people to pick things from the wall.
Well, they had that thing
Use
on
it as a
Instagram, and it
guideline.
was like we're all sold out of infinity signs
Oh,
and like
man.
butterflies or
There's
whatever.
a bunch of people that have the birds on their neck now too, I've noticed. And that's one of those things that you saw as a stencil, like from IKEA for your wall, like where it's like a bunch of little birds flying away. And I see a lot of tattoos of that on people's necks.
Oh,
And it's cute, but I see a lot of it. It's like someone did it and put it on Instagram, and then everybody got it. And it's like, damn it, now everybody has this.
Well, yeah,
fucking
and
thing.
everybody has like faith infinity tattoos
Yeah.
too.
See, and now I'm looking at it because I'm on the thing. Because I have this tattoo. I need to finish it. But, I don't know.
Tribal armband.
Well, I started like bleeding really bad on the bottom of my arm. And I lost some of my color on there, and we just stopped.
No, I'm worried about why you have a tribal armband.
Because I was fucking 14 and my mom let me get a tattoo. That's why. Yes, I was 14 and my mom let me get a tattoo. Well, you asked. I didn't say it was a good answer.
All right, I'm gonna stop giving my judging eyes.
No, you're just wearing them. It's not really that I tried to cover it up so much as just add to it, but whatever.
Well, okay, so this kind of goes with topic 1 because I don't know if I had a tattoo that was literally jacked up and I thought it was awesome. I don't know if it would be better to have my friends tell me that it sucked or lie to me, because if it was like a huge thing that you probably couldn't cover up, it might be better to go on not knowing. I don't know though.
And just deal with it.
But I want to know, what is like a nice way to break something to a friend that you want to tell them about their appearance? Like if they start doing something that's like, that is not working, girl.
Well, it depends. If it's something that they can't change, like a feature about them.
No,
or
not a
like,
feature about them, but like a new style they took on, like a new hairstyle. They started doing their makeup a certain way, or wearing a certain type of clothes, and it just was not happening for them whatsoever. Like people would make fun of them. It's so bad what they're doing. How do you, as their friend, tell them that? Like, is there a nice way, or do you just be blunt and say, girl?
I think you have to just be blunt, maybe, because, I mean, do they just, like, legit not know?
Yeah, they
Is it
don't.
me?
No, it's not you. And it's not somebody that's, like, it's not someone that I'm super, super good friends with that I talk on a normal basis and would have, like, open lines of communication with, but it's somebody that I've known for a long time. Okay, so the story is, you know how makeup, I mean, I don't know if guys know or not. They probably notice because they're everywhere, but eyebrows are the thing. Like, girls are more worried about their eyebrows than what shoes they're wearing these days. So people have been, not that they haven't always done it, but I feel like it's more widespread that people are filling in their eyebrows like heavily.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's fine. But when there's a very fine line between like, you enhanced what eyebrow you had and made it look better, and like you're completely changing the color, the shape, the everything of your eyebrow doesn't even look like an eyebrow anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything going right now because I don't have any makeup on, but my I mean, I have that thing that I got from the European Wax Center that has the 2 shades, and I have to mix it together because the one is way too dark, and I have dark hair, so even still, it just doesn't look natural. So you see white people that have blonde hair and they have like black ass eyebrows. Okay, and you're like.
And that's exactly my story. This girl that I know, who is not an unattractive girl, and like usually she does her makeup good, but within like the last couple of months, she's decided that
her eyebrows need to be
17 shades darker than her hair on her head.
Oh, that's not good.
And it's like they're so dark and so bold that they're like, like, and it's just really upsetting because I'm like, why are you doing that? Because you didn't look bad without them, and now you added something to your appearance
maybe she just doesn't know.
No, because people have tried to be nice about it, and she's like, "Oh no, girl, these are looking good." Like she'll argue, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, we're done talking about this then." But not just that. That's one instance. But I feel like there's times in our lives where, like, okay, so I'm on the other end of this lately. I thought, okay. I thought it was okay to wear these like pants, but they're not like frumpy sweatpants. They're kind of tight and they like are skinny at the ankles. Like
I have some of those. Did you get them like at Kohl's or Target or something?
They're from Target.
Okay, I probably have them too.
I bought 2 pairs of them. I wore them over here when Randy was here.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
They're comfy and cute. Like I don't feel like I look like I literally just rolled out of bed, but I'm not all done up.
Yeah. And
I thought they were okay. Like I still think they're okay, but in my friend's defense, at least they tried to call me out and say, I don't do that. But what happened was I got 2 pairs, a gray pair and a green pair. I have worn the gray pair a lot, but the green pair, I just kind of forget that I have them. So I think I've only worn them 2 or 3 times, but normally not out of the house. And I wore them to dinner on Cinco de Mayo, and I show up. And my friend, have you ever gone to someone and they immediately don't look you in the eyes? Their eyes like go straight to something. Like you're like, hey, how are you? And they're like, I'm good. How are you? And they're like checking you out. That's what happened. I pull up and she was like, hey girl, hugs me. And then she looks back and she's like, we're wearing sweatpants now to dinner? Oh no. And I was like, well, no, but this is what I always say. I'm like, no, these are like the cute kind. Which I'm getting the feeling that maybe there's not a cute kind of sweatpants. No. So anyway, we go inside. We're sitting down the whole time. And then we go to leave, and she goes, you know those are completely see-through. I can see what color thong you're wearing. And I was like, no, I didn't fucking know that, because when I put them on at my house, like I don't have any overhead lighting in my house. It's all lamps for some reason. So it's kind of dim in there. So when I looked in the mirror in indoor lighting, it didn't look see-through at all. But I guess when I got into the sun, you could see straight through them. So they shamed me for that. And then I hadn't seen them in a while, and it was her baby shower yesterday. Her husband shows up to load up the gifts, and he was like, what's up with them sweatpants you were with? So a week and a half later, they're still talking shit. So I was like, okay, so obviously they were bad because you guys remembered them. You're still talking shit about it. Like,
oh, no.
So
you and them pants.
I know. And now I feel like a total slum bum, because the only other time that I've worn those pants out of the house, we went to Disney World. So I'm walking around Disney World all day. Apparently my pants were see-through, and nobody told me then either. So
why would they tell you? What were you going to do about it? Just walk around the rest of the day having a bad time at Disney World?
I don't know. Like, I think there's a picture online of us with Chewbacca at Disney World Hollywood Studios. Those were the pants I was wearing, and I didn't think they were I still say they were cute sweatpants, but maybe I'm just like a fat old moo-moo, and that's why I think I'm like, this is fine, girl. This is my house clothes.
These are some comfy pants.
So I don't know. I don't know if there's a nice way to do it or not.
I like to wear leggings, and I know you're not supposed to wear leggings, but I wear them, and I don't fucking care what anyone says about it.
I don't care either. I feel like, why not? They're comfortable.
You know what? Something that, you're talking about, I don't know that this is really something that anyone would shame you for, but
about me?
No.
Oh, I was like, I'm sick of people being down on me.
No, about me, like just changing something and then someone ragging on you over it. But I don't know that this is really something that really should bother anyone else. Ever since my waxer suggested not wearing underwear anymore, life is wonderful. And I hate underwear now. I'll never wear them again. I'd rather die. I'd rather someone just strangle me with them. I recommend it. Go commando.
No.
Do it.
No.
You're talking about people seeing your thong through your sweatpants. You won't have that problem.
Yeah, they'll be able to see my innards.
If you're doing yoga or something, they might.
No.
You're playing Twister.
No, listen. The reason why you're okay with going without underwear is because all you wear is soft pants. With jeans, that shit is not comfortable.
I wear jean shorts. It's okay with jean shorts, but I don't wear jean shorts so tight that
Rough
it
Rider. That's all I can think of. I'm
not talking like fucking coochie cutters or anything. Or wait, are they coochie cutters? No.
I was trying to think. I'm like, I think all I have is coochie cutter. Like, I'm too old for coochie cutter. What am I doing?
Coochie cutter.
See, what am I doing with my life? I'm wearing inappropriate sweatpants and coochie cutters at almost 30. Maybe that's why my life isn't going the way it should.
Maybe mine's not going well because I don't wear underwear with mine.
We need a life coach.
No.
Okay, so that was all I wanted to say about that. I just don't know.
That's about all I got to say.
I don't know how to handle it. Luckily, most of my friends don't do outrageous things, so I don't usually have to worry about it often. But, every once in a while it happens when something just ain't working. And now I'm that friend. I'm sick. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I just realized that I'm the friend who's doing, trashy things, and people are like, girl, maybe you shouldn't do that. And I'm like,
as far as telling people whether they're wearing something fucked up or not, it's all a matter of opinion, obviously. But if the whole group is against you, then someone's got to say something.
Well, it's only Caitlin and her husband.
Oh, well, never mind.
But I don't know, because me and her this is the thing with her. We always rag on each other's style, but are you kidding me right now?
No, my tooth is chipped. It's uneven.
Do you see it? Why did you just notice that on camera?
Because
in
I'm
the middle of our
myself,
show?
and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with my tooth?
You couldn't have waited until after recording.
No, I'm concerned. I don't know when it happened. What happened? Motherfucker. I'm paying for all this goddamn dental work,
Okay,
and
wait, I need to
my
pull it
tooth
together because let me see.
Okay, we're back. We had to look at pictures of my teeth to see if it's always been like this. My tooth has always been like this.
Because I'm a really good investigative reporter, I found out that information in a 2-minute break.
I
I analyzed old photos. I was like, no, clearly here it was like this.
don't like this. This concerns me. I wonder when it happened. I mean, it must have been a long time ago, but I don't remember.
That picture was from October.
I know. I don't remember ever injuring my tooth in the front.
Well,
motherfucker. I got a snaggle tooth and shit.
You live and you learn. Okay, so...
That depressed me. That made me upset.
Get back into it, girl.
I'm trying.
We got some stuff coming up here. We got Trump watch.
We got some stuff.
This is why I can't get right.
You guys... Okay, we're coming back.
We've had a long weekend.
Y'all don't understand. It was that lady up on the roof fucking vacuuming and all kinds of shit. It just set the tone for a fucked up day. I can't help it.
And I'm drinking Dr. Beam.
Dr. Beam.
Okay. So everyone's favorite. Trump Watch 2016.
Yeah, Trump Watch.
And when I can focus on Hillary, as I say, crooked Hillary, when I focus on Hillary, she'll go down easier than any of the people we just beat. So I know they're waiting. They're going to take me under a fence, through a field. Oh, you have no idea the route they have planned for me to get out of here.
He's playing the fight game, too. Always messing with your mind. Boom! Down to the midsection. Make a win. Wait a minute, what's this? What's it? Oh, no, wait a minute, referee, turn around, no! Put that down. Get him out of there.
So things haven't been too crazy this last week for the Donald. I mean, he's saying the same old spiel, but nothing like...
Same old.
Yeah, he hasn't declared to ban any other ethnic group or anything this week. But I feel like at this point, and I think that this was their master plan all along, they got their hooks in so deep on some people and then everyone else hates them that now they don't have to do the fighting anymore because the voters are going to fight amongst themselves.
Oh.
Like, because it's
maybe.
getting real. Because people, like, I don't know if they proved it was true or not, but there was the lady who painted the little dick thing of Donald Trump in LA
Yeah.
said that she got attacked and beaten by Trump supporters. Like,
Really?
I don't know if it was real or not, or if it was makeup or what, but she posted a picture where she was roughed up and had a black eye. And she said that it was Trump supporters who had, like, found out where she lived from social media and, like, beat her up when she came outside of her house. So I don't know if that's real or not, but if that's true, like...
That's fucked up.
And locally, I saw in the news that someone who owns a local tow truck company got called out to the scene of a disabled vehicle, and they got there. The person had a Bernie sticker on their car, and they said, call the government and maybe they'll tow your car for free, and left the driver stranded still. So they had to call another tow truck company. So I feel like they've laid the seeds so deep of, like, love or hatred that people are willing to fight amongst each other over it now.
Yeah, I will say this. Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump have definitely brought out, like, the worst in people, just in general.
Because people are so passionate. No one is
There
passionate
hasn't-
about Hillary. The people who want Hillary just don't want change. And the people who are passionate one way or the other, like, really love their candidates.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been crazy. And I was like, you know, what if it was the turnabout? What if the tow truck driver showed up and they had a Trump, like, I feel like you can't not, I mean, you can legally, I guess, but I feel like morally we can't decide if we're going to help our fellow citizens based on their political views at this point, because I don't know, they're just fueling the fire of hatred. I feel
know.
like the political debate this year, I feel like, is almost heating up to the level of the racial debate in America, because it kind of is all tied together.
I was just kind of getting ready to kind of tie into that and say, I think, honestly, the reason you see so much, like, outwardly spoken, just passionate craziness on both sides, Bernie and Donald, is because it's an avenue to go ahead and do that. It's so hard for people to do anything or say anything now without being, like, labeled as a racist or a homophobe or something, anything. So you can get behind one or the other and be loud there without necessarily falling under
That's true.
that blanket.
That's true. But I don't know. I just feel like shit is getting so crazy.
That's my
And he also, so Lion Ted is out, Small Hand Marco.
wanted.
What did he call Kasich?
I don't remember. He was eating those fucking pancakes.
Yeah, but Lion's Head and Little Marco are out of the race, so now he's focused his attention, and now the new nickname is Crazy Bernie.
Oh, no.
So he was tweeting about Crazy Bernie because he's going after him next. So I can only imagine where this is going to go. He was talking so much shit about Hillary Clinton last week about saying that she was an enabler for infidelity and all this stuff, and saying, of course, this is his favorite thing, Hillary is not for women. I'm more for women than Hillary's ever going to know what being for women is ever about. And I'm like, what did you just say? But he's like, I'll tell you what, you're not going to like this. You're not going to like it if Hillary's for women and all this stuff. And then she said, which this is what I hate, politicians are so fucking phony. Like, I feel like whenever their like pep talks are so phony to me. Like,
they don't even write them.
Hillary's new thing was because Donald was saying that she's just playing the woman card. So at a rally, she was like, and if Donald Trump is saying that I'm playing the women card because I want equal pay, reproductive rights, like listing like all her talking points, and she's like, then deal me in. Then deal me in.
Deal me in.
Like, I feel like we're past the age.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like someone said something to you and it was the last word. You're like, and you just walk away and you think about it on the drive home and you're like, I should have said, deal me in. I should have said it. And then she had the opportunity.
Well,
to say
it was just so cheesy. I feel like we've come to the point. It's like a cheesy 70s catchphrase. We're past the point of catchphrases, I feel like, when it comes to serious issues, because
yeah, just talk about some real shit.
We've realized that they just talk around the points and say all this other jazz. Deal me in, but don't look into my criminal history. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Not just her. It's not just her. It's all the politicians. But that one instance of her saying that I thought was so ridiculous. I was like, come on.
I've kind of purposely not paid too much attention to everything lately just because I just can't do it.
Well, I had run out of like my shows that I usually listen to. So I was listening to the political podcast. I told you I was listening to like Glenn Beck, and then I listened to Anderson Cooper, and all of his guests.
He's a gay android is what he is.
All
He's
of his
way too
guests
handsome.
were so weird because there was this black lady on there and this white lady, and they were arguing whether Trump or Hillary were better for women. And then the black lady starts yelling about, oh no, I'm with Beyonce on this. If my man cheats on me, of course I'm going to go after the other woman. Because they were talking about that Hillary has said a bunch of disparaging things about women who have accused Bill Clinton of like sexual misconduct and stuff. And then Hillary's like, no, I'm for women and they should be able to speak out if they've been assaulted. But then she calls these women who say that her husband assaulted them liars and all that. So it's like, are you with women or are you only with women who haven't slept with your husband?
Yeah,
like,
you can't.
Well, yeah. So she was yelling about that, and then the lady for Trump
women.
was even crazier because she was just saying you would have to listen to it, but it was so ridiculous. And then the lady who was for Hillary started yelling about Beyonce. I was like, you just lost all credibility in this argument for yelling for Beyonce because we're talking about politics, and you're yelling about a pop song. Like, I feel like no, because she was. I guess Beyonce's mad at whoever Jay-Z cheated. I don't know all I know is what I've seen on memes on Instagram because I don't listen to Beyonce's music. I have no idea what they're talking about.
I always see a little deeper into those situations just because the news is so controlled anyways as far as what people are saying and when they say it. I almost feel like that lady who was for Hillary Clinton, she was told to say that to try to get some of the black voters on Hillary's side to try to make some kind of connection.
Everything is like
connect
a trick.
Hillary to Beyonce somehow. The black voters will like that. Do that, please. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, so they were like, of course she's personally hurt. Of course she's gonna go after the other woman and all this stuff. Okay, I get that in behind closed doors, but we're talking about politics here.
Yeah.
Like, what I would say to my girlfriend now if something like that happened to me is not what I would say if I was a public figure and like had to watch my back all the time. But I guess that politics makes you be phony like that because how can you protect yourself and be out in the public eye all the time without being like kind of two-faced?
Yeah, I guess you kind of have
It's
to.
all fucked up.
It's all stupid and retarded. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. People don't like it when you say retarded. I'm sorry.
Have you gotten yelled at?
I haven't, but I mean, I don't usually
say it just because it's not one of my...
Yeah, I mean,
I say other horrible things, but...
It's not in my arsenal of mean shit to say.
But when
just
I do
because
say
I think
it,
it's me.
I will say that when it does come out, it's like my sixth grade brain like clicks back in when like everybody was saying it, because it was like I feel like saying gay and saying retarded like they mean the same thing, and they're not derogatory towards gay people or retarded people. I'm not even thinking
it's
like
just
that.
Very generational.
Yeah,
like,
I think
it's hard
so.
to take something that was okay for years and years and then say this isn't okay anymore.
But there's
You
some
can't
words
say
like
it.
I never said fag. Like I remember when everyone was calling people, and I was like, I
never really said that either.
no. But like for some reason, gay stuck with me like
I
that.
don't believe in cuss words. I just don't. I feel like they're fucking stupid, honestly. I never not cussed around my kid. I mean, I didn't like, she wasn't like 3 and I'm like, fuck you, baby. Like I didn't do things like that, but I don't know. I mean, what is with some magic word that you're just not supposed to say for
I don't
no
know,
reason,
because
just
I don't-
because someone determined that it was raunchy and you shouldn't say. I mean, I understand not speaking and being raunchy and disrespectful to people, but I feel like
But you can be raunchy and disrespectful without using
saying
those
cuss
words.
Yeah, so it's like, what's the point of having these words? That's stupid. I think it's just a given that you just shouldn't be disrespectful to
I
people
cuss a
that you
lot, but
respect.
not at people. Like I use cuss in
I use
like
cuss.
I use cuss words like when I'm just talking.
Yeah.
But if I was mad at someone, I don't cuss at people. I don't use them to like bring people down. I use them as like adjectives.
Yeah, I usually do too. I don't-
But
they're not weapons so much as just
no,
sentence enhancers.
exactly. They just put a little accent on my sentence. But like I never cuss at my kids, but I talk to my kids like I talk to adults. Like
That's
I
how
don't.
I've always been with Stevie.
Yeah, I don't disrespect them. I don't talk baby talk to them. I just talk to them like they're people. But I try to speak in terms that they understand. But I don't.
I've always
like,
been like that.
dumb
like,
it down for
with
them
Stevie-
or change my whole way of doing things.
I mean, when she was first learning to talk, you say baba and shit like that. But, you know, just talking to her, I'd always just talk to her like a grown person. Because
yeah,
I'm
and my
like,
kids talked pretty early because of that, I
yeah,
think.
Stevie did too. Stevie talked really
Bella
early.
didn't because she had ear problems, but as soon as she got her ears fixed, she never stopped. And now I'm like, oh my God, who taught you how to talk? Like,
She's so mean.
well, sometimes when I'm like, because our
I love
bedroom
your
doors
kid.
are close to each other, so we'll all be in bed. And like I usually sleep with my bedroom door open, and theirs is open too. And I'll just hear her in there talking. I'm like, stop! You went to bed 45 minutes ago. You're laying in the dark. Who are you even talking to? Like, shut up and go to bed.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, like I don't.
Shut up, kid.
I would never be like, Bella, shut the hell up. But in my head, I'm thinking, can you just shut the hell up and like go to bed? Like, we came here to go to sleep. This is what we're doing.
Stevie will cuss on her like Skype calls with her friends in her room, and I'll go in there and start yelling at her, and I'll be like, "Quit talking like a fucking sailor!" And her kid, like, you can hear her friends, and they're like, "Oh God!" I don't care.
Well, it's funny when you're in middle school though, because you're figuring out cuss words.
Yeah, and you don't say them right.
Yeah, and you're like, shit, I'm like you. I don't know.
You're trying to get hard.
I
It
know,
just
I was
never
like-
happened.
Like, what the damn is going on around here? Like,
What the damn?
you know what I mean. You
I
like,
do.
or you'll be like, piss this place, or like, no, that's not what. No,
I don't know. I feel like
fuck is the only one that you don't mess up because everyone pretty much.
it goes,
That's like the
it
king.
goes with everything.
But why
so-
is fuck the king of cuss words? Like, why is that the worst one?
I don't know.
Like, who ranked these in the first one?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't fucking believe in it.
We just went off on a whole. This could have been a whole other topic.
I know, but it's stupid. Who decided, okay, these are the words and you're not supposed to say them.
And these are the list, because I feel like hell is not that bad because you can say that in church.
Yeah.
Damn is not bad. Pissed seems a little bit worse. Shit. And then fuck. All right?
Bitch.
It depends.
Yeah.
If you're new school or old school. If you're new school, then nobody cares about bitch and that's down there with damn. But if you're old school and it's like a serious insult, then it's pretty high up
If you're
there.
a feminist, you don't like bitch.
Yeah.
They don't like that at all. Not even a little.
But I mean, we're not even saying like the made up ones like
Yeah.
cunt.
That's my favorite. It's got power behind
Remember
it.
that Blink 182 song?
Cunt? Is that what
Shit,
it's called?
piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker,
No.
tits, fart, turd, and twat. I fucked your mom. It's a song from Blink 182, and they would sing every cuss word. And I remember in middle school because I had the CD and I would like turn it all the way up, and I'm like, fuck the police, like, or whatever I was saying, like, fuck my mom. Like, I was trying to rebel, but I was listening to soft ass San Diego Blink 182 music,
Aw.
like.
You were trying. You were doing the best you could with what you had.
I know.
That's all that matters.
I've always been soft as sugar.
Soft
I was gonna say shit, and then I was like, "Oh, that's really disgusting." Soft as diarrhea. I feel like we need to delete this whole episode.
No, it's too late. We're too far into it.
You guys, I have said things.
I've said some things. All right, so I guess let's go ahead and wrap it up because we've been on here for a long ass time talking all that shit.
I know, this is the longest episode we've done in a
I
while.
know. Well, I have some heavy editing to do because I'm on that stuff.
We were talking too crazy.
We're
talking reckless this time.
If you're listening to the audio-only version of the podcast, you're about to hear my pick this week for an outro song. Last week, Mandy picked El Tigre, Get Off the Internet. This week, I am picking Machine Head's version of Iron Maiden's Hallowed Be Thy Name, because that song's the fucking shit. And our homie who is... Oh, you know what? I said he was going to be in the Mixed Feelings Mafia, but he didn't want to be in it this week. He wanted to wait. So I lied on him earlier. Damn it. But our guy with Fullwood's pressure cleaning, when I saw him on Instagram, his kid was wearing an Iron Maiden shirt. And I was like, your kid's the fucking shit. And that made me think of this song. And I love it. So I hope you enjoy it. If you're on YouTube, then you're not going to see it. No. Because YouTube doesn't like it when we play music. They come and stab us in the face. So no can
But
do.
no matter which way you're listening to it, you really should take a moment to like us, friend us, follow us, whatever it is that you want to do on all of our social media, because we need friends. Our Twitter is @MixedFeelingsPC. Our Instagram is @MixedFeelingsPodcast. We're on Facebook, Cassie, Mandy, Mixed Feelington.
Mm-hmm. Our show is available on YouTube to watch. It's also on Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, the Couch Party app, which is available for free on the Google Play Store. We're on pretty much every podcast player that there is, but if you have a favorite one that you like to use and you can't find us on there, please email me and I will request that we are added to the directory. So far, so good. I think we're on everything, though.
And you guys have been doing awesome on the iTunes reviews. We really
thank
appreciate
you.
those. And we do go through and read every one. And whenever we get one, we get so excited.
I know.
Because whichever one of us finds that, we automatically message you. Did you see the new review? Read it. Because people have been writing really nice stuff. So we do take the time to read them. We really appreciate when you guys leave the reviews because it helps the show out. Mm-hmm. So if you're listening to this on iTunes or any kind of Apple device, if you could go over and give us a rating and review real quick, we'd really appreciate it. It'll take 30 seconds of your time.
5 stars,
yes.
please.
We like as many stars as possible because we do.
If you're not going to give us 5 stars, don't do it. If you want to be in on the Mixed Feelings Mafia, at the ticker at the bottom of the YouTube episode, it should have our email address and instructions for getting your name up on there. But if you're just listening, please email us at info@mixedfeelingspodcast.com, or you can go to our website, www.mixedfeelingspodcast.com, and just use the contact form for now. Very soon, there will be a Mixed Feelings Mafia page. I know I've been saying it for a couple weeks, but I'm still building it. It is coming. Also, we've been getting a lot of requests for business-related type of things, like interviews and stuff like that. If you're going to send a request like that, try to not message us, but try to email us at info@mixedfeelingspodcast.com. It's kind of the same deal with the Mafia beat-ins. When they're in so many different places, it's hard to acknowledge them all. We just have a lot of traffic that's going on right now.
Yeah, and we both have access to the Instagram and Twitter account, so sometimes we'll think that one person replied, and then it doesn't get replied to at all. So with 2 people managing the accounts, it's kind of... The emails don't get overlooked.
If it's business related, if it's something important, email us.
Yeah, because the emails don't get overlooked, and like we unread them or whatever to make sure that everybody gets a chance to read them. So if it's something that you want to make sure we pay attention to, email it to us.
Yep, please do. All right, and I think that's about it. For those of you listening on your favorite podcast player, please enjoy Machine Head, and if you're not, then please enjoy our outro.
And since I'm not too good at cussing, I'm getting the damn out of here, and I'm going to do some stuff.
I'm gonna go do some things.
I'm getting the damn out of here.
Damn out. All right, see you guys later.
Bye.